Hello, I'm Beth Wagner, physical therapist. In this video, I'm going to show you the star on the wall exercise. This is an advanced exercise for stabilization of the lower cervical spine, upper thoracic spine, and scapular region. There are many muscles that connect the lower neck, the upper and mid back, and shoulder blades. This exercise strengthens the muscles that help to stabilize the joints, to improve coordinated, pain-free movement without injury. Now, there's a lot going on in this simple yet very effective exercise. As a more advanced exercise, it's best to start this exercise after you've already established a strong foundation in shoulder stabilization exercises. Now, a great place to start is with the first shoulder stabilization video that I posted on my channel. It's loaded with helpful information and basic beginner stabilization exercises. Please review that video before continuing on with this video. If you are already working on a stabilization program and you feel ready to try this more advanced exercise, please continue on with me here. For this exercise, you'll need a resistance band or a resistance loop, and I recommend starting with light resistance. There is a learning curve to this exercise, and it's far more beneficial and safer for your body to start with light resistance and complete many repetitions over multiple days before progressing with heavier resistance. This exercise also requires clear wall space at shoulder height. If you don't have a blank wall available, you can also use the back of a door. Be sure to do a quick postural adjustment before doing this exercise every single time. Performing this exercise with poor posture is not only ineffective, but may also cause injury to your shoulder or neck. Listen to your body as you go along. There should be absolutely no pain in the shoulder, neck, or upper back. It is normal to feel mild stretch discomfort and muscle fatigue during the exercise, and mild muscle soreness the next day. If you feel pain during or after the exercise, stop. It's also normal to not feel anything during or after this exercise. Often there is an expectation to feel the burn or to feel significant muscle soreness after doing strengthening exercises. And one might think that no benefit is gained without these effects. That is not accurate with this exercise. We are building strength in small muscles that help to maintain stability and coordinate movement. This is not about brute strength. This is more like the finesse required in a well-choreographed dance move. Okay, let's begin the exercise. Go ahead and pick up your resistance band loop. Stand next to a wall about an arm's length away. And step your feet about hips distance apart. Relax your shoulders. Bring your belly button in toward your spine. Lift your shoulders and relax them down and back. Let's just do a couple shoulder rolls. Lifting your shoulders, reaching them down and back. And then let's do just a little bit of a chin tuck, pulling your chin straight back. Wrap the resistance band around the outside of your hands and lift your hands up onto the wall, about shoulder height. And there should be just enough tension on the band so that your hands are about shoulder distance apart. Okay, and now this is your starting point. Now anchor your left hand and begin making the star with your right hand. Initiate each movement with a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades, bringing them together in the back. With slow and smooth motion, move your right hand out to the side as you squeeze that blade. Now slowly bring your hand back to the starting position, again with smooth movement. The next movement will be down at an angle. Squeeze the right blade back just a little bit and move your right hand down at an angle. And with controlled movement, bring it back to the starting position. The next direction will be straight down. Squeeze the blade and on an exhale, lower your right hand down. Pause and come back up to the starting position. Okay, let's reverse direction of the star. Lower your right hand at an angle. with slow, smooth motion, and then slowly bring it back to the center. Now move your hand out to the side, pause, and slowly return to the center. Now we'll move on to the upper half of the star. Lift your right hand up at an angle, pause, and slowly return to the starting position. And on your next exhale, lift your right hand up, pause, and slowly return to the starting position. That was the right half of the star. Now we'll move on to the left half. Again, starting with your hands at shoulder height, anchor your right hand into the wall, and with the left hand. On your next exhale, squeeze that left blade back toward the right blade, and lift your left hand out to the side. Pause, and come back to the center. Now left hand goes down at an angle, pause, back to the center. And left hand moves straight down, pause, slowly back to the center. And now we'll reverse directions of that star. On the next exhale, left hand down at an angle, pause, back to the center. Left hand out to the side, pause, with control, back to the center. Now left hand up at an angle, pause here, back to the center. And finally, left hand goes straight up, pause, and return to the center. If you'll be using a resistance band instead of a loop, the easiest way to anchor the band is to wrap it a couple times around your hand on both sides. Okay, so that the space between your hands is about shoulder distance apart. And then anchor your palms against the wall like this. And the movements here will be the same as how I demonstrated it with the loop. And I'll review that one more time. Squeeze the blades together, down and back. And now, first we'll anchor the left hand, and the right hand will move out to the side with controlled motion and slowly back to the center. Now down at an angle and back to the center. And now straight down and back to the center. Take your time with each movement. I'm going through this rather quickly because I've already gone through it once for you. Keep your movements slow and smooth. Okay, now we'll reverse the direction. Right hand goes down and out and returns to the center. Right hand out to the side. Slowly come back to the center. Now we'll do the upper part of the star. Right hand up at an angle, pause, back to the center. Right hand straight up and back to the center. Now we'll switch sides. Anchor the right hand and squeeze the left blade. Pull the left hand out to the side, slowly return to center. Left hand down at an angle, pause, return to the center. Squeeze that blade again. Left hand down and return to the center. And now we'll reverse the direction. Left hand down at an angle, return to the center. Left hand out to the side, pause, return to the center. Left hand up at an angle, pause, return to the center. And finally, left hand straight up, pause, and return to the center. I recommend starting with 1 star total, doing the left half of the star with the left hand, the right half of the star with the right hand. For best results, do these exercises 4 to 5 days a week. Continue with 1 star daily for a few days if you have no pain and minimal or no muscle soreness. Then go ahead and add a 2nd star. Again, continue with 2 stars for a few days. And if you still don't have any pain and only mild discomfort or no discomfort, then go ahead and add a 3rd star. Continue using light resistance until you're able to complete 3 stars in a row. Then it would be great to increase resistance by just 1 level. Keep this progression slow and gradual in order to achieve the best strengthening and stabilization effect without risking injury to your shoulder, to your cervical spine, or to your thoracic spine. If your shoulders fatigue at any point while you're doing the star, lower your arms, shake them out, reset your posture, and continue as you're able. Also, it might be very helpful to match your breathing with the movement. The most important thing is that you're not holding your breath. But one way to make sure that you're breathing is to start by exhaling as you initiate the movement, and then inhale as you bring your hand back to the center. If that breathing pattern doesn't feel comfortable or natural for you, that's fine. Experiment and see what feels best for you. Finally, if you have any shoulder issues that make it difficult for you to hold your arms up at shoulder height, it's just fine to start at a slightly lower height. See if that feels better for you. You might find it more beneficial to begin with easier shoulder strengthening and stabilization exercises before moving on to this more advanced exercise. For recommendations and some ideas of different exercises you might try, check out my shoulder rehabilitation playlist. Click the link in the corner above and in the description below to check out the videos in that playlist. I hope you've enjoyed this advanced star on the wall exercise. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able. Here's to your healing, health, and happiness. Have a fantastic day.